All right, welcome back to Red Dirt Resale. Another day, another unit we're gonna be loading up today. This was a live auction that I came to the other day. They had 3 units, ended up winning one of them. $600. It's a janitorial company's storage unit, because the very front of the unit, it's all of the office stuff, file cabinets, desks and such. And you could kind of see when you were bidding over that stuff, you could see toward the back there was, you know, some kind of like, you know, a buffer machine and some handles sticking up, hand trucks and different stuff like that. And then once I won it, we kind of crawled up on top of these file cabinets to look back there, and there's several floor cleaning machines and different things like that in there. And so we're about to open up the door. We're gonna load it up and see exactly what we got here. And I've got Keith here. He's gonna be helping me out today. We're gonna be loading all up in this U-Haul right here. So let's see what we got. So as you can see right here, we got shelves, file cabinets, pretty nice hand truck, more file cabinets. So nothing real exciting right here besides the hand truck. Couple containers, but then back in there, I don't know if you can really see it, but that's where all the actual equipment is. Some of that stuff can be pretty high dollar, so thinking this is going to turn out to be a pretty good one overall once we start selling some of that equipment back there. All right, so far we got all these file cabinets, a couple of lawyers' bookcases we've loaded up. Nothing real good. This whole container right here though is full of back braces. Well, there's t-shirts, they got like company shirts on there, but there's a bunch of back braces. Got bags there, they had like company bags made, so we still got to get this desk, that desk, these pictures. Some of this is just like business signage, and some of it is just like artwork they probably had hanging in the office like that there. And now we're back to this equipment here. We've got like the garbage can here with all the mops and a lot of the attachments to the cleaners, but we got like this setup right here. This, I don't really have any clue what these are worth right offhand. I mean, we'll just have to look up the individual models here. We've got this big machine, and back in here we got more buffers and different things like that. So we'll get the rest of the stuff out of the front here, and then we'll pull some of this stuff out of the back there. All right, when we get back here, we got the Typhoon EV carpet cleaner. We've got another machine here. Another kind of floor cleaner. Pacific Steamex. All right, this machine here, yeah, we just looked it up, and obviously there's a lot of different models by this company, and you know, close to it. And I mean, some of these up to $10,000. The cheapest one I saw, but I think it was a little small one. It was a Vision, same name and everything, but it was much smaller. It was like $1,800, but most of them were kind of in the range. Even, you know, refurbished ones about $4,000 to $5,000. So, I mean, I'm probably going to try to get, you know, $500 to $1,000, somewhere in that range for this one. And also, when you start looking, I mean, a lot of these go with these, but I could sell, you know, these will be able to get sold separately. All these boxes have all these scrubbing pads in them. I mean, there's some of them loose, but actually, this is vest, first aid kit. And we got like these are the forearm forklift moving straps in here. Safety vest. I think that's another first aid kit right there. We got these smaller buffers like that there. But I want to look up one of these. I've got two of these big heavy duty, these are propane buffers right here. Try to figure out a price if I can find a model number on this thing to look up. Okay, these two right here, they're kind of hard to look up a model because as you can see, most of the writing, you know, from being used, it's got, you know, it's completely covered up here. I mean, you can see all the information for the engine, but the entire unit. But when you look up these propane scrubbers like this, you're looking at the ones I saw are about $1,800 and up. So, you know, I mean, that's like refurbished from a official flooring company, but definitely somewhere between $250 and $500 each. And there's two of those, and then another. Okay, this is also one. So there's three. I couldn't see the whole front, but yeah, that's a propane floor scrubber. So there's three of these, somewhere between $250 and $500 for each one of those, I believe. And we've got more pads back here, more pads down there. And now that I can see all the way in that corner back in there, I can see it's furniture dollies. But these, these are $10 and up. Some of those are $15 to $20 for the heavier duty ones. And I'll probably actually, you know, keep some of them. That's one of the good things about the storage auction business, is you get a lot of stuff that you can use. So you don't have to go out, instead of me like on hand trucks, instead of me having to go out and spend, even a cheap one is $40, $50, but some of the nice ones, like, you know, like a nice lightweight aluminum mag liner, you know, you're looking at $150, $200, sometimes more. But I've gotten those, you get these in units all the time, so you just pick and choose the ones you want. Like these, with these pneumatic tires, I don't keep any of these because I don't want to have to worry about putting air in them. I just keep all the ones with the hard tires. And I actually don't keep any of these appliance dollies right here because they're mainly for wrapping up an appliance, and, you know, then you can carry it up and down stairs like if you were delivering appliances. But for what we're doing, they're really just kind of a pain to use. So we just I just keep the regular hand trucks with the hard tires. And one of these, I don't know, I'll have to check these out. One of these might be good to use at the store, because sometimes every now and then somebody shows up for something really heavy and they don't have a trailer or the ramp, and this could come in handy. Not really sure if I'll try to keep one of them or not, but we'll look. Okay, that's full of vacuum bags. But these bigger boxes are these huge scrubbing pads right here. And like I said, we got a little pressure washer here. A little Blackhawk, little small pressure washer. So some of the stuff, you know, stuff like this is going to be, you know, more than 200. Some of the stuff like this is going to be a little bit less. So like I was saying before, if we just averaged it out at 200, it probably will end up being more like, you know, $250 on average once you add some of these bigger items in. But it's going to turn out pretty good, I believe. And then I need to look up the price on one of these here to have some kind of idea. Let's see. The machine that we just put on, that smaller carpet cleaning machine, I just looked it up. It's $747. So I'm thinking and that's going to be one of the smaller machines. All the rest of them are much bigger. So I'm thinking, you know, 200 to 250 on that one, without looking all these up. So that, I mean, that's going to be at least the same price, if not much more. So at least 250 on that. This one right here is a much bigger machine. I haven't looked this one up, but I'm thinking it's going to be, I'm thinking probably more like $400 or $500. I'm just throwing these off the top of my head. I could be way off here. Same thing right there. So I should be able to, with two machines, should be able to pay for the unit, and then a little bit of profit, and then everything else. So all these machines are, I'm thinking at least $200. And there's, let me move this trash can out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's a big heavy duty machine right there. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 more machines. No, I'm sorry. 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's 10 more machines besides the first 2. So if I just say $200, that's $2,000 right there. But some of these, like this thing right here, I mean, there ain't no telling. I haven't even begin to look some of these up. And then that one back there, some kind of propane operated machine. And then also besides those, we've got these right here. This is some kind of okay, it's a hydraulic manual furniture mover, and they've got like a hydraulic lift on them. Says 3,900 pounds. So I think this is like if you were, you know, trying to get a piece of heavy furniture up into the back of your truck without having to actually pick it up. It's going to somehow lift this thing up for you with the hydraulic lift. I'm not sure. I'm at bare minimum $100 a piece. That's $400. 1, 2, 3, 4 hand trucks right there, and then we had one in the front, and then there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 10 or more furniture dollies back there. So those, you know, let's just say on the cheap end, $10 a piece on the furniture dollies. That's $100. On the hand trucks, let's say $20, and then I said there's 5 of them. That's another $100. Like I said, I'm being real conservative on a lot of these prices. So this one right here, it should be this is really an easy money maker because it's not a whole lot of work. I mean, it's some heavy lifting, but you're not having to sort through a million boxes, and you know, just getting, you know, a smaller amount of just big ticket items. So it's gonna be pretty easy. All you gotta do is just sell a couple of items and you got your money back, and then you can start making profit at that point. This is full of hard hats, and see, like all these pads will go with some of these machines here, and all of these poles go with the machines. But then we got a few extra like mop handles, this light bulb changer, the trash can itself, these big heavy duty trash can on wheels, that's sellable. And down in there, it's mostly just poles, but there's like an extension cord down in there. So there'll be some small odds and ends, but it's mostly just bigger $10 and up, you know, to several $100 a piece of items in here. But yeah, there's a couple high dollar machines that we really have to look up. There's one of them's a pressure washer back there. But like this right here, you know, I was saying 200. This one right here is, you know, way more than $200. But without looking this stuff up, I definitely don't know any of the prices on any of the stuff right off the top of my head because I don't deal with this kind of equipment. All right, when I look these up here, when I look online, we've got like $469, $779, $500. That looks fairly close to them right there. $759. So somewhere like between $500 and $800 is the price range on these. So I'd said $100 each earlier, but probably get more like, you know, $200 or more for each one of these based off of these prices. They look in pretty good shape, and the cheapest ones I'm seeing are $500. All right, so and also we've got the Flintstones poster here. The glass is broken, but kind of one odd item that didn't go with the rest of the unit, the Flintstones poster, and that's pretty cool. So basically, that's pretty much it. This is a business unit. You can get lots of household units as far as storage units go, and you can get lots of businesses. I've gotten all kinds of businesses. Business units can be very good because business units, there's two things that can happen that turn out good. You get equipment like this that's, you know, high dollar equipment because business commercial equipment's expensive. And then also sometimes if you get one that has their inventory, if you can get, you know, some new inventory from the business when they had extra inventory, it can turn out really good. So cleaning supplies unit is going to turn out pretty good. So if you're out there buying storage units, don't shy away from business units because they can pay off. Most of this stuff you got to sell on, you just got to be able to put it on marketplace and that kind of thing. You're not normally going to sell a lot of the stuff just from walk-in, so you've got to advertise it, but they can turn out real good. So if you like this video, if you want to see more like it, you know, just like this video, comment down below, subscribe, and we'll be putting out lots more videos about storage auctions and just the resale business in general. All right, have a good one. All right, we've hit a little snag with this machine right here because this thing does not roll well at all. It's got that big old wheel under there, and then it's got a metal bracket on each end that gets stuck going up the ramp, and it just doesn't roll very good. So we've opened it up, and there's these two massive batteries we're going to take out. We just got to get something to unhook that one to make it lighter and see if there's any way we can possibly, it'd be light enough to get up the ramp, or get one of these furniture dollies under it so it's up off to the ground, so those metal brackets are getting snagged on this ramp. You never know what you're going to run into with these things, or how sometimes stuff looks like it's easy to move and it's not, and sometimes stuff that you think is going to be really hard, it turns out not to be that big of a deal. But this one right here is going to, hopefully when we get these batteries out, we'll be able to roll it up. We're just waiting on luckily the manager here is real nice. She's going to get us a pair of pliers, and she brought us some bottles of water. How nice of her. All right, we're almost done here. We just got these few last little small items to clean up, and we got to sweep it out. But basically, the story on this unit, the manager, she was letting me know that it was an older gentleman. This was his business. Apparently, you know, he retired and put everything into this unit right here, and it's been in here for, she said, several years. And I guess she was saying that, you know, just got to the point where obviously he wasn't ever going to use this stuff again, and got behind on his bill and told him, you know, just to go ahead and sell it. He wasn't going to be able to get caught up, and there really wasn't any real reason for him to get caught up at this point. It's probably really, you know, doing, you know, as far as the best thing for him was to go ahead and cut ties with the stuff. Should have just, you know, sold it a long time ago, liquidated it a long time ago when it was newer. But, you know, I don't know the exact reason. A lot of people think they might open back up again, or maybe somebody originally wanted the stuff. I have no idea, but that's how stuff like this happens sometimes. There's all kinds of reasons, but it was just somebody retired, put all their business, you know, business stuff in here, and just got to the point that they couldn't or didn't really need to pay on this stuff anymore. So we're almost done here. Pretty full. I mean, it's not, you know, floor to roof in here or anything, but this kind of stuff's kind of hard to stack. But it's a full 26-foot truckload. Cabinets and desk in the front, and all this equipment in the back.